Okay, you guys are going to recognize this next one that's coming out. This is the guy, well, actually, you may not recognize him. We had a contest this year, a Biggest Loser, and Pat Stanley was the biggest loser, so he had to buy him a new suit. He can't get into his old stuff. Anyway, but Pat Stanley, he's the guy that masterminded this entire show. Let's give it up for Mr. Stanley.
Wow. Hello, Houston. I said that like I was going to another city or something. I am going to Katy afterwards, and you know, in some countries, that's like crossing the border twice, so. You guys aren't drinking too much, are you? Okay, that's good. How'd the other guys do? They do all right? Cool. I get to go last tonight, which is really cool for me and different because back at home, my wife makes me go first all the time. Thank you, honey. Would you just hurry up and go? No, this has to last 30 minutes. I've seen those videos. Or at least 4. You know, it's a really big year for me, and I'd like to tell you about a few things about my year this year. First of all, Fred's right. I did lose 42.5 pounds in 3 months. And I did it without the E word. Yeah, no. I tried riding the bike for a while, but what a pain in the butt that is. I'm serious, it hurt my butt. So they come up with a 10-speed with a Barco Lounger seat. I'm not there. Wow, take somebody out of their game, why don't you? I haven't had a pass since Joe Namath was quarterback. You know, I lost all that weight, and I used to have a beard. I shaved it all. And I got up one Saturday morning after a long Friday night, looked in the mirror, and didn't even recognize myself. I'm like, whoa, what has happened here? Because you are obviously in the witness protection program. There are fringe benefits to losing weight. First of all, I don't snore anymore. Unless she pisses me off. Secondly, I can see parts of my body without the benefit of a mirror. Hello, feet. What do you think I meant? And I have this other issue. None of my pants fit right anymore. There's too much material. So I'm going to start a fashion trend. Watch for it on the cover of Cosmopolitan. You gather all the material around back and put it in the middle. It's called a butt pleat. It's going to be there. It's a wonderful fashion accessory to the already very popular plumber's butt crack. So if you see a plumber and his crack and his pleat are different, just grab the pleat and scoot it over. Now, he may turn and give you a dirty look. You just tell him, go forth and plumb. It'll work. Plumbers are easy to convince. All they know is that stuff goes downhill. We hope. Another very important thing in our lives, my wife and I are now grandparents. Our son and his wife, Keith and Christy, had Ashton Patrick Stanley. 9 pounds and 11 ounces, born vaginally. Which means one thing, there was a lot of name calling in that room. And, I mean, do you have to say vaginally? Other than like a C-section, what orifice is this kid coming out of? I mean, does a finger stick out of the belly button like, hey, well, down there? Okay. You okay? You're gonna need that ride, aren't you? My wife and I are in the car, and we're going to the hospital for the birth. We gotta stop and buy the baby something. What? We gotta stop and buy the baby something for the birth. I'm thinking, like, unless you're gonna buy a big old boob, I don't think he cares. And where do you buy those anyway? Price check, aisle 13, double D maternity boob with milking option and adjustable nipple. Price check, aisle 13. Where do you get those? That's some good laughers. So we didn't get a boob. She bought a teddy bear. Oh. Wait. It's a very special teddy bear. It makes sounds that the baby would hear in the womb. How do they know? How does a toy manufacturer know what the baby's gonna hear in the womb? Get away from me with that thing! Look what you did already! It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Where the hell am I gonna get jalapenos and ice cream at 3 o'clock in the morning? Oh yeah, and it makes heart sounds too. Have you seen those ultrasounds of the babies? Yeah, all black and white and gray and swirly, and when they're young, it's like you have to have somebody point it out. They showed me the first one, and I'm like, whoa, there's a hell of a storm out in the Gulf. I'm headed to Home Depot for duct tape and batteries. We got some serious hunkering down coming up, boys and girls. You know, we go to the hospital and we go to the nursery and you see all the babies. The babies are so cute. Our grandson is, wow, he is really cute. I think he's got a few phone numbers already. But you know it's true. There are ugly babies. And I have a problem with sometimes talking before I think. And you're in the nursery and it's like, pretty baby, pretty baby, pretty baby. Ah! Hey, you ought to take that kid to glamour shots. They make anybody look good. Get that big 8x10 with all the rouge and the big Texas hair. They can do it. Y'all know it's true, right? You've seen all those pictures of executive wives in their offices? Then you meet their wife and you're like, whoa, did you get remarried? Honey, I think we need a new picture, honey. I think we need a new picture. You're gonna go to work tomorrow and all these pictures are turned down. Okay, I have a really big issue I don't know how to handle. I don't know what I want my grandson to call me. I'm not really, up with all the traditional terms, grandfather, grandpa. And I don't want the endearing terms, paw, pee-pee, poo-poo. I don't want any of that. And I haven't been in the military, so you can't call me admiral, sarge, or captain. But But I'm thinking, you know, I'm a car guy. And I drive a Mercury. Well, you can call me the Grand Marquis. Now, I know it's big words for a little kid. I have a hard time at first. I want some candy, Mr. Goodwrench. No, it's the Grand Marquis. You go to timeout. You know, our grandson was born so big that he'd already outgrown half of his clothes. We were talking about that at work at lunch with the ladies, and you know, clothes and ladies, it's going to turn into a ladies' clothing conversation. And I can't even wrap my head around this concept. Did you know that there is a size 0 for women? You know, to me, there's a size 0 right there. And besides that, what do you call a woman that wears a size 0? Skeleton. Bitch. Or so I hear. Another really big thing in my life, ladies and gentlemen, we are celebrating this year 27 years of marital bliss. I remember when I first met my wife, I met her on an airplane. She asked if she could have my peanuts, and I misunderstood her. Mile High Club, here we come. Nah, I'm lying. It was a blind date. We had mutual friends that were boyfriend, girlfriend, and they set our date up for us. And they took us to the Brazos River. Notorious makeout spot. Now, Tanya, my wife, had just moved here from Georgia, and she didn't know this. So we go down there, we set out our blanket there on the riverside with our cooler, and you can see the campfires up and down the riverside. It was dark, and we sit down. We haven't been there but a minute, and our friends get up and go off into the bushes. This is truly a magical place. They're getting along real well. So I'm trying to make conversation with this gorgeous young lady when all of a sudden, out of the darkness, appears a man. He'd been walking down the riverbank. So I tried the international symbol of friendship and, hey, you want a beer? Took the beer, took a couple steps past, stopped, pulled out the largest handgun I've ever seen in my life, pointed it at the opposite bank and started firing. Boom, 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 big old flame coming out of the end, scared me to death. What do you do? What do you do in a situation like that? Well, my manly instincts kicked in, and I jumped on top of Tanya in a protective posture. Now here's this poor girl, just moved here, doesn't really know anybody. There's a madman with a gun, some guy she doesn't even know trying to dry hump her into the riverbed. Did I forget to mention that? Can't explain it, get really scared, just kind of hump things, you know. Plus, hey, there's a guy with a gun, I thought we were gonna die, try to fit this in, you know. You think I'm making that up, don't you? We got out of there, that was our first date. You just thought you had a good first date story, didn't you? Yeah. We double dated 5 or 6 times after that and finally had a solo date. Yeah, finally, on my own. Let me do it myself. So I show up, you gotta realize in 1980, I showed up to pick her up in my 1957 Ford 5-tone. It was mostly blue, it had a white hood and a black trunk, gray primer, and rust. Rust is a color. She wouldn't get in the car. She thought it was a joke. Finally talked her into the car, and there she sits over there like this. She does not want to be in this car. We went a couple miles, and the gear shift hung between third and fourth. So we had to roll to a stop. When we rolled to a stop, here she is. She's happy somebody's got to come pick us up. I don't think so. Or rip off my manly shirt and crawl into the car and fixed it right there on the spot. And it didn't even put a damper on the date, because we could carry on a conversation through the hole in the floorboard. Hey, baby, I'll tell you how good you look tonight. Well, as you can tell, we were destined to be married. And because of some logistic issues, we got married very early. I was 19, she was 17. And I had to promise to tell everybody she wasn't pregnant. Our first child was born on our second anniversary. We were in love. Well, because she was 17, her whole year, senior year in high school, I was her legal guardian. Which meant if she missed a day at school, I had to write her note. To whom it may concern, please excuse Tanya for her absence yesterday. She did not feel well because she had an all-night love-a-thon with Big Daddy Pat. Cross through it so they could still read it. She had a tummy ache. Signed, Big Daddy Pat. Fold, fold, staple, staple. Here, honey, here's your note. Got your lunch money? Okay, have a good day. You okay over there? Y'all remember your first Christmas with your mate? That all-important first Christmas where the family's still forming impressions is very important. We woke up and exchanged gifts. Then we went to Mom and Dad's house and exchanged gifts there. Hey, move out and get a place of your own. We get to Mom and Dad's, and there's the Christmas tree all beautifully decorated. My sister, brothers, their families, they're all there. The Christmas spirit is all around. And Mom asked Tanya, Tanya, what did Pat get you for Christmas? I'm so excited, he got me a vibrator. It's big and long, and it goes, Rrr. Mom can't pick up her jaw. And you can read Dad's mind. He's like, Pat done got him a kinky one. As soon as I snap to what's going on, I'm like, no, it's a back massager, Tanya doesn't miss a beat. Yeah, back massager's great, I love it, You look at Dad, and he's like, call it what you want there, big guy. You know, when we first got married, our first couple of houses were small, quite often with one bathroom, and we find ourselves getting ready for work at the same time all the time. I have a difficult time growing facial hair, and I remember I had a mustache at the time. So I got my mustache I've been nursing for 3 years, and we're getting ready. She's over there, and she bumps my elbow. Hey, what? You bumped my elbow. I'm sorry. No, you don't understand. You made me cut the whole end off my mustache. Oh, that's okay, honey. Just cut the other side to match. Oh, yeah, that Hitler looks real popular right about now. I've heard fashion goes in circles, but this is ridiculous. Right. 3 years down the toilet. Our 10-year anniversary was a special time for us. I decided to celebrate in that original place of magic where I proposed, Steak and Ale. That's where all 19-year-olds are proposing, at least until last week when they all closed. Where are they going to go now? I guess there'll be a run on Chili's or something. So we're at the restaurant. We got a really nice table for two right out in the middle. Beautiful evening. They bring us our appetizers. And I ordered the escargot because I'll pretty much eat anything. That's why I have to get in these weight loss competitions. But it gets there, and Tanya looks at it, and she's like, I can't ever imagine myself eating those with the garlic and the butter. It smells so good. I said, would you like to try one? Okay. Stick the fork in, reach way across the table. She doesn't have to go any extra effort. She sticks out her tongue. The second it touches, she screams bloody murder. Ah! Look around the restaurant. Every eye in the restaurant is on the mean guy with the fork in the lady's face. Stay back, I've got a snail. I'm going to rub it all over her. There's 11 more here. I'll get 12 of you bastards before you get me. Thank you, honey. You know, going to the grocery store is really painful for me. We go together, and I push the buggy. It's painful for me because she wants to go up and down every single aisle every week. Just in case they got a new improved toothpick or something they didn't have last time. So I started off, I'd get in front of her and I'd go a little fast. And she would unconsciously keep up. Well, she figured that out. She's a pretty smart cookie. A couple weeks later, it's like, no, you get behind me. Don't break the barrier. Stay behind. So then I devised a new plan. I let her get ahead of me just a little bit more. And then we get to the aisle with the feminine protection. Take a few boxes from the shelf. Hey, honey, are we a mini or a maxi? Look, this one's got wings. Foo. I think this is working. Catch up with her in about 3 aisles. And there she is down at the end. And this is the aisle with the prophylactics. That means rubbers. A couple boxes from the shelf. Hey, honey, what color do you want this week? This must be the barbecue edition. It's got ribs. Oh, hey, and this one's made from lamb. Put the boxes back, leave the buggy, meet her in the car. Banned from the grocery store. You know, I've been told I've inherited the frugal gene, which is a nice way of saying I'm cheap. And I'm incredibly curious, so I'm checking things out all the time. And I'm online, you get all this spam, and then the Viagra spam comes up, and you know, I almost bought some of the Viagra lotion, but I figured, what's the point? By the time you get it on, it's over. Come on. If you didn't get that, you're a liar. So then I'm thinking to buy regular Viagra, and I'm thinking, well, I don't really need that, not for sex. I'm thinking, but you know, that would really help me keep from rolling out of bed. Kind of like a kickstand. A lot of bed rollers, I can tell. So finally, I see here's an online pharmacy from China. No prescriptions required. And the Viagra's really cheap. What the heck? Let's give it a try. Order a bottle. Shows up. And I'm like, whoa, it's a good thing I speak Chinese. You take a one pill. I hire out. I wonder how long this takes to work. I've never had any of these before, and it's like, what? Hey, what the? Oh, man, how does that pill know where to send the blood? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh. Oh. I am so glad I shaved my mustache. Oh no, here come the ladies. Oh, hey girls. No, I'm going that way. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, here come the guys. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Yeah. Oh, who are these old folks? Oh, this is ridiculous. What does it say here? You got a stiffy 4-hour, go see doctor. Well, we can't wait 4 hours. I'm gonna go right now. Get in the car, you gotta open the sunroof. You know, you get to the emergency room and thank goodness the person behind the counter is a guy. Takes one look at you, he says, don't even say a word. I know what you're feeling, man. Online Chinese Viagra, right? I feel your pain. We're going to take care of you. Follow me. We're going to put you in this room over here, right this way. I did make that one out. My wife would never let me spend that kind of money. Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you being here tonight. Wonderful cause, fabulous crowd. Thank you very much.
Are these guys awesome? Woo! What a deal, what a deal. Come on out. Rick Brown. Danny Spitzer. Mark Johnson. And Patrick Stanley.